Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are joined by Cup Series driver Daniel Suarez. Thank you so much for joining with us, man, and taking some time to talk with us. We got the Quaker State 400 coming up. Of course, the big question has got to be, how excited are you for this?
Definitely very excited because Atlanta has been an amazing place for me. The title sponsor of the race is Quaker State, and I'm going to be driving the '99 Quaker State car. So no pressure there, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Last time that we raced with the Quaker State car, Wilmot won. We finished second in this race a year ago, and last year we won the first Atlanta race. So Atlanta has been always a great place to me, and really looking forward to have some fun here with some great people and great sponsors.
And the race is at night, and we were talking about this before we started chopping it up like this. Is it harder to race at night? Does that make much of a difference, or is it kind of just doesn't really matter?
It's not harder, it's just different. Because the race cars, they're very heavy, and when it's hot, you lose a lot of grip quicker. And when it's colder or cooler, you lose grip a little bit slower. So the grip level is going to be a little bit higher than during the day. With that being said, I hear that it's going to be super hot, so that's not going to help the situation anyways. But yeah, I personally love racing under the lights.
I was going to ask, how do you adjust to that? I mean, it can't be easy, right?
Well, you just have to adapt, right? It's like everything. You have lights, the spotters on top of the grass, and they can see you as good because everything is kind of bright, somewhat like here with all these cameras. And you just have to adjust, you have to adapt to the different scenarios and different circumstances, because here's the thing, we're going to start the race actually under sunlight. We're going to start the race around 7, and then around 8:30 it's going to get dark. So really we start on normal sunlight, and then it's going to get dark. So in that transition you have to make some adjustments. And
like you said, making the adjustments, probably have to make them pretty quick. What is it about Atlanta and racing here that you enjoy?
I mean, I'm just a racer. I like racing anywhere. Atlanta, don't ask me why, but I'm just happen to be good at it. So we're just good here, and obviously when you're good at one of those tracks, you're just more excited to be there. And Atlanta is one of those racetracks that there is a lot of risk. There is a lot of risk of crashing. I have finished in the top 5 like 4 times, and I have crashed twice. So the chances of crashing is pretty high, but also there is a lot of risk for you to take if you want to be up front. So it's just very important to be aggressive and be up front and try to control the race as much as possible.
And I was going to ask you that. How aggressive are you planning on being? I assume it's going to be pretty aggressive in this race, but from your perspective, how aggressive are you going to be?
As aggressive as possible, man. Because right now we have 10 more races before the playoffs, and I have to win a race to get into the playoffs. So I have to give everything I got for the next 10 weeks.
And do you feel extra pressure with just 10 races left before the playoffs, or is it kind of like you're just taking one race at a time?
I mean, there is always pressure, but you have to feel comfortable with it. If you feel uncomfortable with it, you're in the wrong sport or in the wrong business in general. But you have to have a good relationship with pressure and use that to your advantage. But me personally, I try to take one race at a time and try to do my thing and trying to bring the best version of myself and prepare myself as good as possible for every single weekend.
And what do you kind of do to prepare yourself, especially like you said, the pressure's building up, and that's just what it is. But how do you keep yourself kind of even keel and just say, I just got to go in each and every race and just be focused and handle my business?
Yeah, I mean, 50% of the battle is mental. You know how it is in sports. There is a lot of pressure, a lot of things, media, sponsors, these contracts, all these different things, and half of the battle is mental. So you just have to understand that a lot of this stuff that is happening is just noise. You just have to go out there, do your thing. When I started racing when I was 11 years old, I wasn't worried about anything. I was just going there to race. And at the end of the day, when I get in the car, it has to be like that. I have to worry about nothing and just go out there and have fun and enjoy my time. I enjoy that talent that I have and trying to maximize it with preparation and with execution of the entire team. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and really looking forward to come back here.
Well, the last question I have for you, man, is we don't want any inside stuff. You don't got to give us that. How do you prepare, like not preparing for a race, but the second you get on the track or the second you get in the car? What's going through your mind? How do you kind of just take a deep breath and say, okay, let's do it?
Well, just like I mentioned to you, you know, a second ago, when you have so many responsibilities with the sponsors, with media, with contracts, sometimes it's very easy to forget the easiest thing to do. And the easiest thing to do is to have fun. And it's very easy to forget that. But again, when I was 11, all that was automatic, right? So every time I get to the track on Saturday or race day, I look at the grandstands, I look at my car, I look at my team, and I feel very grateful, you know, because like I said, when we get super busy, it's very easy to forget that. So I try to remember myself why I'm doing this, remember myself that this was my dream 15 years ago, and feel grateful about it, and go out there and have fun and execute. You know, the most of the time, by the time that you hit the racetrack, the preparation part is already done. You already did the homework.
Right.
Now it's execution time.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So I did say last question, but this is actually the last question.
I have heard that before, brother. I have heard that last question.
So the track has had some renovations. Does that change the way you prepare for this race and prepare for your performance, or does that not make a difference for you?
It's kind of like racing at night, you know, like you have to just adapt. There is going to be a few changes here and there, but you just have to adapt. And the teams are going to do their best to try to adjust the car, the heights, the downforce, the right quality through the different bumps and things like that. And it's everything about adaptation. And hopefully we are on the good end of it.
Well, you know, you got our vote over here, man. We hope you obviously perform exactly how you want to, whatever that is. We appreciate you so much for taking some time with us, and hopefully we catch you a little later.
Thank you. Appreciate it.